Styles P. Lab. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Ant Money Experience, the podcast unlike any other. I want to welcome y'all back to another episode. Y'all know it's the unofficial start of the weekend. Glad y'all could be in here with me tonight. Got another fire show lined up for y'all tonight. Special guest host is going down tonight, fam. We're going to have another good one. I first want to start off by saying I know a lot of people are upset. Yes, I understand. Unfortunately, this is me conceding the victory to Donald Trump, who was elected president. I didn't get enough votes, y'all, so I'm going to have to run again in another 4 years. The president was elected. That's all I'm going to say about that. But y'all know who the real president is. But y'all know how I like to start the show off. Shout out to the most dangerous podcast network in the world, the big exclusive network. If you got a podcast idea, you need curated, you want a new home, you need a home, come on down, fam. We got room for you. We got shows lined up. We got a lot of shows coming. We got exclusive content coming. Make sure you get your subscription. I know y'all been thinking we've been lacking. We ain't. We on it. Make sure that you get that subscription. Just a simple $4.99 a month, and we got some content coming. You don't want to miss out on that. But before we go any further, a word from our sponsors. All right, if you would like to be a co-host on the Ant Money Experience, make sure you slide in my DMs, inbox me on Facebook. Ladies, like I always say, send a little picture that'll get you to the front of the line. But if you would like to be a co-host, or you would like your business, your idea, your event, anything spotlighted, slide in my inbox and we'll get that set up for you. Without further ado, producer, bring my special co-host up for this evening. Zan! What up, though? What up, Brian? What up, Brian? How you doing this evening?
I'm all right. First and foremost, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you coming through. Without further ado, let's jump into that If It Bleeds, It Leads.
Okay.
All right, producer, bring up my first topic, please. Legendary musician Quincy Jones passes away at 91. You can take that down. What up, Creamy? First of all, Quincy Jones is a legend. Like, he entertains on so much. When people like that's legendary pass away, I do my due diligence to go down and just try to learn a little bit more about him that I didn't know. And I didn't realize that he produced stuff for Frank Sinatra. He made the theme song to Sanford and Son. I know him more so from Thriller, Secret Garden, stuff like that, but he was definitely a legend. 91 is a blessing.
I agree. 91 definitely is a blessing. So it's like one of those situations where we lost a legend, but it was like he lived a full life. He's put out. See, I learned about Quincy from watching the Temptations movie. He did a lot with Motown and discovering artists for them and setting scores. But my favorite all-time favorite was The Wiz. He did the entire soundtrack for The Wiz.
Oh.
Yep. So, and it's something that's timeless. Like everything that he's done has been timeless. And it's sad that we lose a legend, but that's just life. And I think that because it's such a long life, it's time to pay homage, pay tribute. And
91.
So
that's
all
why
the composers,
we gotta appreciate him while we got him here.
Yeah. To all the composers out there that's up and coming, they could learn a lot from him. And You know, it's important to have composers out there. You know, the
Yeah,
higher score for the Wiz, and it was
yeah,
like given back to us. Like, you know, the Wizard of Oz had their version, and the Wiz, we wouldn't have had that soulful feeling without Quincy behind it.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like most of
Yeah,
that music was us. You know what I mean? So it's
definitely a legend. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Producer, my next topic, please.
mm,
Justice is served. Ex-Kentucky cop now facing life in prison after being found guilty on violating Breonna Taylor's constitutional rights by using excessive force. Take that down. Now, people, we marched and protested and made such a big fuss, and we got one of the first steps to justice that I think we found in a long time. Honestly, me personally, I wrote that off as, man, they gonna let him slide because he was doing it in a line of duty, and I want to believe that he thought he was doing his job, but somebody still lost their life through the course of the situation. And I thought when they paid the family off that they were just going to let this just slide under the rug. But I am glad to see that her family will get justice. It's unfortunate. The story itself is just unfortunate. Hate losing our sisters to nonsense.
yeah.
I'm just glad that he's facing like. Could you bring up that comment, producer?
And well, I'll wait for the comment.
I think we need to wait until the actual outcome is to call it justice. Facing life, actually getting life would be two different things. I'm honestly glad that it's guaranteed that he's getting some kind of time because facing, I mean, you're exactly right as far as the facing life, but if you get manslaughter, that'll sit him for a couple years at least. I mean,
It's the fact that they even went as far as to bring him up on charges. Because from
yeah.
what we see, a lot of times it's like, no, there's no fault. He was doing his job. Da, 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 da. So the fact that somebody took their time out to really dig in to the details, to really dig into the facts, to even bring him up on charges. And I know Bridget.
Oh, we lost the.
My
Oh,
apologies. My
no,
apologies. Can you
I'm
hear me?
not always, Ron. I know somebody that slid 5 years on a manslaughter, and honestly,
Hold
I
on a
thought it
second.
was. I can't speak on the situation, but I thought it was honestly first degree murder because that person came with weapon in hand, committed said crime. I was like, nah, I think that's first degree murder. Manslaughter. Well, also it depends on the state and what that state statutes are, but I'm just glad that she got the justice that she deserves. Gives her family a little bit more peace. And I mean, police officers, do your job. Nothing more, nothing less. I want to try to hold out and to see if Zen is coming back up to let her get another word on this particular. But, ooh, excuse me. But yeah, I want you to get your word on it.
My apologies. An
No,
alarm
you
went
good.
off on my phone. I forgot to turn my alarms off.
But yeah, what did you want to say?
So basically, it's like this. Like, you know, saying that we're going to bring somebody up on charges might be the bare minimum. It's like kind of like we going to give y'all something since y'all protesting. Since y'all outraged, we going to give y'all something. But I feel like this time around, just bringing somebody up on charges is like, okay, so now let's have the same energy that we had before they brought him up on charges. Don't just let it brush under the
Yeah,
rug. And then to the point of that comment, there is a big difference from saying facing life and actually getting life. Because I've seen situations where they'll say, "Oh, this person is facing the life," even with Donald Trump. Oh, he's a convicted felon. All of these felonies. What do
yeah.
that actually mean until somebody goes to jail for it? So I agree with that person.
All
To
right. With that being said, producer, let's get into the next topic.
Yes, I lied to Gail King. I know that you gonna ask me about that. I just want to talk about the shooting. Why'd you ask me about the story? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I like once, maybe twice on a drunk night, kept catching me out of my mind.
That was a wild ass video. When I saw it, I was just like,
I was
probably
a
should have
Megan fan.
kept. What'd you say?
I was a Megan fan, and I'm not really like big on like the hoochie music
Right.
that's being poured into because I am a mom of girls. But as an adult, I was a Megan fan. I'm like, all right, she in college. You know what I mean? She's a college student. She making her music. She coming from the strip club. I got the whole thing. But when the thing about Tory came out, I started to feel like Shorty lying. So to after he goes to jail, to say maybe I mean, damn, what you asking me that for? Maybe wanted to already say you're a liar. So how can we take your word for anything that you say?
Yeah. And then what she lied about was so dumb. When Gail, I mean, when she said it, it reminded me of when my mom used to trip me up in dumb lies as a kid. Honestly, it taught me not to lie as an adult. But
Yeah.
when Gail King asked her, so were you guys intimate? She was like, intimate? Like, heavens, you know what intimate means. You are a college student. I think she was in like her third year at that point. You know what intimate means, and you know exactly what she meant by it, and a lie about something dumb. And I for
It's
sure think
because
that,
you and your friend both were intimate with him.
yeah,
And okay, because you look unfavorable by saying you gave that cat up. And then you trying to put this man in jail. So
earlier,
it's a few things about her overall that I just can't get with. The fact that I honestly believe that Tory is innocent. That's my opinion. I believe that Tory is innocent. I believe that something did actually happen. And I think as a black man with that stigma of not snitching, it's like I'm not going to actually tell what happened. It's going to come out.
well, he actually got jammed up in two ways. Well, three ways actually. The first one was that the friend took a plea agreement because I truly believe the friend is the one that shot her.
I do too.
And the plea agreement gave her immunity, so she was already a non-factor in the situation. Two, I learned that he actually didn't get locked up for shooting her. He got locked up for firing a gun in the air. Three, the other thing that messed him up was the state had a witness. Now, honestly, this is where I think he deserves a retrial and honestly a mistrial. The state had a star witness. No, his defense team had a star witness, and it was somebody that was like, "Yo, I saw him, but I didn't see him shoot her." Now, they said that the prosecutors tampered with this witness. His dad said that he was coming in a courtroom and saw the witness and a prosecutor coming out of office together, and he was like, "Yo, what's going on here?" And that was never taken into consideration. I
Yeah.
think that should have threw that witness and his testimony out. But justice for Tory, bring my guy home.
Yeah, I don't think Tory did that. I
Uh,
think yeah, I think it was a heat of the moment situation. I think Meg's friend probably found out at that moment that Meg and Tory had been dealing with each other,
right.
and I think it just went from there. The
Yeah,
immunity thing, I said once they gave her immunity, I said yeah, she did it.
yeah, yeah. She's a lying mother.
Like a rug, she lying like a rug.
But whoo, I want to see what y'all got to say about this next one. Producer, play my next clip, please.
You know, we're doing a video. She about to do the whole video.
Oh, I am. Listen, I can't take this. Look at this. Oh my God.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, indeed.
I know you see me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio. But you still don't pay me no attention. Listening to what your girlfriends mention. He's a slut, he's a hoe, he's a freak. Got a different girl every day of the week. It's cool, not trying to put a rush on you. I had to let you know that I got a crush on you.
Hey yo, shorty, won't you go get a bag of the lethal? I'll be undressed in the bra all see-through. While you count your jewels, thinking I'ma cheat you. The only one thing I wanna do is freak you. Keep your stone sets, I got my own baguettes. And I'll be doing things that you won't regret. Little Kim the queen bee, so you best take heed. Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. I'ma throw shade if I can't get paid. Blow you up to your girl like the army parade. You can slide on my ice like the escapade. And itchy yaya with the marmalade. Who me? Not you. Oh yes, who's he? I even dig your man.
Now, we talked off camera on about this. Now, without no context, tell me what your first thought was when you saw that.
Who's fucking child? Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry. Who's effing child
You
is?
good? You can cuss up here.
Okay, whose fucking kid is this? Like, bruh. Because remember, I'm like, until you said who child it was, like, it don't matter who kid it is, but for whose child it is, come on, you should know better. And rewatching it just now, let me give you my. I'm like, okay, they're over sexualizing this child. That's first. She's over sexualized. I don't. First thing come to my head is what else is she exposed to? Um, it was the only one thing I want to do is freak you.
Right,
Even if she just sang the lyrics, I know you heard. I mean the chorus. I know you heard me on the radio. There would even if that would have been a little bit more appropriate. I think that the
right.
adults picked the verse for her to sing. I think that the adults should be held accountable. I think that the adults put the idea together. She ain't got no money. Y'all spent all this money on production of this over sexualized act, and the baby need braces.
Oh shit.
Just saying.
All right. So, Ron, just to give you a little bit more context, that is DJ Envy's daughter. DJ Envy made a production of this video. Now, I didn't want to play too much of it because it's a whole video. And I wanted to play just enough that I could get away with getting it off on YouTube pause. But yo, DJ Envy on Halloween, it's a whole video. He called his wife. He was like, "Yo, hun, you gotta see what the kids is doing." And the video starts, and I started
It made
watching.
me very
I was,
uncomfortable.
now, at first, I saw people on my timeline like, "Yo, DJ Envy out of pocket. Yo, what he doing?" So I'm like, "Damn, what did Envy do? Did he say something out of pocket on the show?" And then I kept scrolling, and a video popped up. So I'm like, "Oh, this must be what everybody's talking about." I clicked on it and I watched it, and I thought that was some of the most foul shit I've seen in a long time. Over sexualize your daughter, and then the crazy part is the rest of your kids are dressed like kids. I mean, I think it was inappropriate to put your daughter in that. I don't care how old she is. I think it was inappropriate as her father to make that video.
And
Now,
then calling mom and saying,
she,
"Look what the kids is doing." Like, okay, mom,
right.
you in
Then the
too.
fact that the mom okayed the fact that all these people, nobody had a problem with it is insane to me. I
Somewhere
feel
in their
like,
head, it was like, "That's fire." She going as little Kim. Like
I
little Kim
mean,
said that she can make a Sprite can disappear in her mouth. You just put your kid in her likeliness. Like what? Not nothing against Kim.
Little
I'm a
Kim
Kim fan, but I'm also an
on that
adult.
same album says she used to be scared of the stick. Now she throw her lips to the. And then even
Mm,
yo, do you know how old Little Kim was on that hardcore cover?
an adult, I bet.
No,
She wasn't.
Little Kim was 16 on that cover.
Yo, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm gonna be honest
That
with you
is definitely a whole nother conversation. Ron,
because
disgusting is putting it lightly. I really couldn't believe it, and I was disappointed in him as a not even as a person of his stature, just as a father. At your
yeah.
age, you should know that that is disgusting. And like, yo, I pray that
Isn't he the
nothing.
same one that's going through the situation with the Ponzi scheme? Is that him?
Yeah,
Okay. Isn't
that's
he the one who calls people donkeys of the day?
that's Charlemagne, but same show.
Same show though, right?
Yeah,
So then he should know right from wrong. You know right
yeah,
from wrong. You know about going through litigation. You know about like, bro, come on. Like that it now is making me feel like that he is so much of a clout demon that you
yeah.
was
And I
willing to
mean,
put your
I get a couple things. Like I don't expect nobody to be perfect. And as a parent, you going to have a slip up here and there, a lack of judgment. That was just pure. That's not even negligence. That's just pure. I don't even have the word to describe what
it's
there was. That
grooming.
shit.
The word is called grooming. It's called grooming. If we're gonna
Yeah,
call it what it is.
it make you question a lot more about them.
Behind closed doors because what else is if y'all was able to publicly with no nothing in your head, there was no red lights or nothing flashing saying, "No, don't do this, don't do this." So what else are y'all doing that y'all know that y'all ain't supposed to do but still kind of do it? It's like,
Royalty, what up, fam? But with that being said, producer, let's get into my next video, please.
No. Baby, but she's my lady. P5 not talking Katie. But Kodak, hop on that track.
Before I jump into my comments on that video, Ron, I would for sure, I would treat you like you stole my Amazon package off my porch. Yo, as a person, I wouldn't exactly call myself a Kodak fan, but I like Kodak music. I like some of his music. Yo, it is sad to see the way he is going out right now, and it's like, yo, he needs somebody in his corner to be like, yo, bro, you this ain't it. Like how did you feel when you saw that video?
okay, so I am actually a Kodak fan. I ain't a Uber Kodak fan, but I listen to his music. I like his music. Um, it felt like watching a cousin who I ain't seen in a while resurface as a crackhead. It's like
Damn,
he's
cousin,
getting,
you on that shit?
yeah, damn, cuz what's going on? Like, it ain't,
Right.
you good? Like, that's how it felt like, damn, like, all right, we know you smoke a little weed, might pop a little pill here or there, but you don't got control no more. His movements was giving crackhead. It wasn't giving pillhead, I'm not gonna lie. It was
Right.
giving, it was given, like, there's a difference from drug addicts and their mannerisms. It
I
was
mean, his
given,
eyes were wide.
he was wired. And then
Yeah.
his movements was real jittery, and he wasn't thinking. And I know that what I do know about Kodak is that Kodak is smart. He wasn't
Yeah.
able to
He's not
articulate.
a dumb person.
No, he's not.
But
He wasn't able to articulate himself correctly. It just looked.
so
It made me feel sad for him.
for sure, for sure. Now, my question is, do you think that the people that are filming him in this condition also, now he's an adult, so I'm not going to say like, hey, that's their fault. But if you are a host, for instance, if I'm hosting a show and you came up and you wasn't looking like in your best light, yo, Zen, you know what? I appreciate you setting time aside, but I think we should like revisit this another time. I don't like, you're not really in a good
I
spirit. And you
appreciate
can
that.
cuss me
I'm
out or
never
whatever.
tripping.
We, you can cuss me out or whatever. Listen. I feel you. We'll talk later. But have you, as somebody in an industry, have you ever had somebody bring you on a show and try to show you in like a bad light?
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
So I literally I just had this happen. All right. I wasn't going to speak on it, so this is kind of exclusive.
okay,
So yeah,
and
this is
money
kind of
exclusive.
yeah, this is my first time speaking on it, right? I just peeped some shit that went on, right? So I just had a battle that just dropped. I didn't do good in the battle. I ain't gonna say I did bad, but I lost. You know what I mean? So me being a humble person that I am, I can say, okay, I lost. She was better than me. I watched someone take my battle and my likeliness, and because they are cool with her, drag me to the ends of the earth. Do I know? I don't even know the person. But when I went to go watch, because it was like, hey, we want to invite you to watch this recap of your battle, and they dragged me the entire, like, why you invited me to drag me? That's
Oh
kind of
shit!
crazy.
Damn. I
Yo.
mean, did you go on screen?
So I asked if I could come up on screen, and they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't allow me to. So I was like, okay, cool. I mean, they didn't need me up on screen because they had the battle up. So they just was like, everything I was saying, they was dragging me, dragging me, dragging me. And I'm like, that's clout chasing. That's a clout demon. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because the way that I carried the battle was like, okay, I lost. She was better. Let's push her. You know what I mean? Like she deserved the look. She deserved the win. And she did better. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not no hater, but it was like the way that this person went about it, bro. It was to
Yeah,
the
you
point where I don't
can.
block nobody. I block them. But getting back to your point, him bringing Casa not bringing him on that show and seeing that, it could have been like, no, we're gonna do this another time. But it's gonna get views because look at this person who y'all all like looks crazy.
Yeah, because they kind of did the same thing on Drink Champs. When I saw him on Drink Champs, I'm like, yo, this don't look like I was
Oh,
looking
so
at
it's a
it. I was
thing, it's
like,
a
yo,
trend.
I'm not even gonna finish watching this. I don't like the way he looks, and I'm like, this shit is sad.
You know that what that reminds me of? Is it two different celebrities. When Whitney Houston started to fall off, now they MTV want to give her a show. Everybody want them in the spotlight now that they falling off. It's funny to see people using drugs. And Anna Nicole. Anna Nicole. We watched her fall off until she was dead. I don't want it to be the same situation with him.
Yeah, yeah. I like powers that be. I would appreciate if somebody step in and help good brother
Listen,
out because like that shit is sad to watch. And the Whitney example was a really good one. Brittany too. Like I don't like to see people's fall off. It's like, yo, because I mean, it usually stuff like this, it's like a deeper, like a darker demon that that person is fighting. And it's like, yo, get that person the help they need. Like it ain't fun watching a person just like wither away or just like self-destructing. I
even
mean,
with Whitney, I mean not Whitney, Wendy. You see what happened with Whitney. But you know what? I think this might be far fetched, but I think this. You were popping, you were able to make us money. Now you're on drugs and you can't really perform how you used to and make us that kind of money. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna capitalize off your addiction because we're gonna get something off of you.
yeah, that's some wild shit. But
Yeah.
with that being said, producer, let's jump into my next clip, please.
Cash money, rich niggas, yeah. Loud pipes, big rims, nigga, that's my life. When I pull up at the club, sorry, that's my night. I know a lot of niggas might be saying that's not right. Why my cameras are much bigger, so that's my life. Name things, I only carry the kids and do no show. Now you can ask your wife and she will say the same thing. And your children be amazed when they see me on the big screen. I crack myself up.
So this last Saturday, Lil Wayne had his annual Louisiana concert in New Orleans, and there was a Hot Boys, well, not Hot Boys, there was a Cash Money reunion. I thought that was dope as shit. I know in the summer they had Wayne at Essence Fest, and they had a Cash Money reunion there, but Turk wasn't involved because certain members had issues with Turk, and I know BG just came home. So Lil Wayne purposely didn't perform with them at the Essence Festival, and he headlined. But he said he wasn't going to be a part of the Cash Money reunion if Turk wasn't there because he was like, "That's my brother. If my brother not involved, that's not a reunion. It's not a reunion if
Right.
everybody not there." So did you get a chance to check it out?
I didn't check it out, but from the clip that you just showed me, I love one. I obviously showing my age. I grew up on the Cash Money, um, Ball of Block is Hot, 500 Degrees, and all that.
All of
So to,
blocking.
yeah, you know Ball of Blocking, Ball of Blocking. But I grew up on them, so to see them all together, it felt good. And even the
Yeah,
way that Wayne was just performing, it was like look a little easy. Like we know him
yeah.
as Little Weezy. Like look at Little Weezy, Little Turk. You know what I'm saying? Little BG. You guys gotta do my little Louisiana voice.
It was definitely a good joint. I finished watching it earlier at work. I had been watching it like throughout the week. And I mean, the setup of the show was good. Wayne, I hate when he gets to that point where he start like slurring and like whining. That drives
Mhm.
me crazy. But it was good to see all them together. And I actually afterwards, they had like a half an hour Turk interview. And Turk was like, yo, it was crazy because he was like, I was nervous. We got hostility towards each other. So he was like, when we first came in here, we was kind of all looking at each other. And he was like, Wayne was kind of like, yo, let's get this shit together. Like, we brothers, like, let's go. So he
Yeah.
said they were standing in a circle, and he was like, they was all just kind of like sitting there doing their songs. They had some discrepancies about which songs each person should do. And then he was like, dog, when we got on the stage, he was like, it was good. He was like, you know how they like when they be doing they verses, they be pushing each other.
Mm-hmm.
He said that was something that Lil Wayne started around the time Back That Ass came out. So he said when Wayne started pushing him, he was like, yo, yeah, we back on that shit. He was like, the performance that he said they only had one rehearsal the day before. He said the way that performance turned out was nothing like they rehearsed it. And he was like, that shit just felt good to be with my brothers. And he was like,
Yeah,
afterward, we continued to talk. And he was like, we got some more tours and stuff like that coming up. And he was like, even seeing the way Wayne got honored, because they gave him a key to the city. And even that was dope. Master P came on the stage to present them with the key.
Oh yeah, I can clip from that.
And I mean, if you know their history, that they got like real hood
okay,
beat, not just
tumultuous.
yeah. So even that moment, I thought it was dope. And Turk was like, yo, he was like, you know, we did our performance and we went to the back. He was like, watching him getting honored was dope because he was like, you know, Wayne was the youngest out of all of us. And we all went back to the streets essentially. And he was like, to see how hard he worked at it and they keep going after all these years. He was like, yo, it was just dope. It was really a good moment.
I think black men, not just black men, just people, period. The as much ratchetness is all over the TV, all over the internet. I think coming together and squashing beef should be more public. You know, people squashing stuff in private. Oh, well, you know, we just want to agree not to mess with each other. Coming together and saying, yo, things happen. I can forgive you. We can move on and push each other. I think that's important.
And that's what he said. He was like, dog, when we really sat there and talked about it, because he was like, we talked afterwards. He was like, yo, as far as I'm concerned, nobody lost their life. It wasn't no blood spilled over nothing. We brothers, we gonna argue, we gonna fight. Yeah. We here. Let's just continue to work on our relationships going forward. I'm like, damn, that was a good joint. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a forgiving person.
Some people I'm done with.
Listen. That is my struggle with Christianity. I was somewhere in church one time, and they was like, we need to do better. I said, yeah. They was like, we can do better. Yeah, we need to forgive each other. That's where I'm going to stop you, brother.
God forgives, I don't.
Not me. I don't ask for forgiveness, nor forgive.
Let me
I thought that was a dope-ass moment. Producer,
but you're such a dope person that if somebody... And you are such a dope person that if you have to cut somebody off, then they deserve to be wherever they
at. I try, and I'm like, even with my friends.
Hey, y'all, shout out to the chat. I can't see the chat, but shout out to the chat.
What up, Scooty? Yeah, like even with like my close friends, when we beef, I be petty for a little while, and it ain't over. Like, you know, people come to you, text you or whatever. I'm like, yo, my bad, XYZ. No, not over it. And then I eventually end up coming around, but I mean, the Lord is still working on me. With that being said, producer, play my next video, please.
Right here, then we're going to break it down. My wife, Emily, I know you're in the back. Come on up here, Em. All right. She's got a birthday coming up this week. All right. So it's a great birthday for her. Great birthday present. I told my kids all week that if we won this football game, all right, I was going to do a little celebration for her here in the locker room. Right. I'm going to need y'all's help, but we ain't singing happy birthday. Don't think it's that. All right. I know y'all sing this song at practice, so I'm going to need a little backup right here. But this is her little birthday. Hit it, Big Mike. All right.
I am not a fan of South Carolina. My favorite college team currently plays in that division. Then I remember you from the PC record Battlegrounds.
Yeah, I battled there long time ago.
Zen, we're going to get into that in the spotlight portion because Zen definitely got a plethora of battles. But yeah, I thought that was just a dope ass moment, and it was so genuine and sincere. Like I mean,
got my cheeks hurting.
What'd you say?
I said it got my cheeks hurting. It was so sweet.
Like the person, I mean, he's obviously not of the culture, but to be able to appreciate and admit it, because you can see that's really his shit.
Yeah, that's everybody's shit though.
Yo,
Fantasia
when
got a
I
hit
see
with
him,
that one.
that's one of them. It's a couple songs that when I hear them, they just make me happy. That's one of them
Mhm.
songs. And I just thought that was a dope ass video. And for him to be singing that to his wife, I mean, it was funny because I kind of think he forgot that his wife was there. He was having a moment with the young boys. I thought it was just such a dope, feel good moment. And I mean, in times like this, whenever I come across a feel good moment, I'm definitely posting it every time.
Yeah, that
We
just make
find
me
some
feel
kind of
whole.
yo, he was in it. That video is long. And he was like that the entire song, but I'm like, I know I can't get away with playing the whole clip, but
But now, Aunt, let's really get into it though. You can't say nowhere in your camera roll that you don't got a video of you singing that song from the bottom of your heart.
I plead the fifth. No, I for sure. Like I remember, like being in the last time I remember, like really being out and like really singing that. It was like the end of the night. We all sweaty.
Always
It's
into the night. Always.
yo, the end of the night. We all sweaty. We about to leave the club. So we like, all right, everybody start getting up. We about to. So we riding with. All right. I'm riding with you. And then that shit came on. It was like, all right, we stay for a little bit longer.
Is
That
that one and
yo,
one more other song? Can we talk about Tevin Campbell? That's gonna send
you
you
know what?
home.
I'm not gonna lie. I think people be overdoing it. Tevin Campbell, like I like it,
But
but it's like
Fantasia, you can't overdo Fantasia.
you can't overdo Fantasia. I feel like everywhere they like make sure they throw that Tevin Campbell on. But with Fantasia, that shit come on it like that
Tevin
is my
Campbell is like, all right, it's time to go. Get your stuff and get out.
yo DJ. You should have played another song. Yeah.
Okay?
But
That part.
nah, that is my shit right there. Producer, play my next video, please.
One right here, then we're going to break it down.
Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey.
How does it feel your brothers are back in
Kelsey, can I get a fist bump? Kelsey, can I get a fist bump?
Now, if you are unfamiliar with what up, Matt? If you are unfamiliar with what happened in that video, that is Jason Kelsey, formerly of the Eagles. I mean, that man will never have to pay for food in Philadelphia again, a staple. Also, from what I'm seeing, like the nicest dude in the world. Like when fans come up to him, like he'll respectfully, if he's not in the mood from what I saw, he'll even say like, "Hey, like I appreciate it, thank you, but like not right now." I'm with my. But he was out there in the mix. That was at the Penn State game this last weekend, and reading the caption, actually you can hear it in the video. The young man called his brother Kelsey. Well, he said, your brother's with Taylor Swift. He said the F word and said his brother was a bundle of sticks, and he lost it. And I think that it was rightfully deserved. The producer, you could take that clip down because I think he's commenting on the Eagles, and I could care less about the Eagles. But
Oh, no Eagle slander.
whoa, this is not an Eagles free zone.
Okay, I don't want to have to defend my team.
Well, you know what? I will give the Eagles one bit of appreciation after this comment. But yeah, Kelsey took his phone and smashed it, picked it up again, smashed it, and then didn't give it back. He walked a little while. And he was like, "Yo, watch your fucking mouth when you talking about my." Because also, like, people forget these are still people. He out there having a good time. It was unnecessary. Everybody,
I've put hands on people about my siblings, so it's like he's human.
we were at work and I was like, I'm a strong advocate for punching people in the face, and I think not enough people are being punched in the face anymore. The social media has made people think that they could just say what they want. Now let's bring back punching people in the face.
Yeah, hold people accountable right then and there.
Right then and there.
Yeah.
Street justice.
Yeah,
But
I didn't put my hands on people about my siblings. I didn't put my hands on people about my children. Speaking of children, my daughter just got out of a lift and she's about to. I'm doing something. Talk to you in a minute. Um, and I don't fault him. You're not gonna drop the F bomb on my folks and then be following me around with a camera in my face. And he's lucky because in my mind, I got enough money to put my hands on this person. They
yeah,
gonna sue me, but I'm willing to go all out about mine. So you know what I mean? People might say it's not worth it, but like he was literally following him,
yeah,
heckling him.
you
And
antagonize, and then he's a professional athlete. He's only been retired for a couple months,
yeah.
which means he still has he was a lineman, for God's sakes. That is not the person that I would want to really
Okay.
tussle with. Because they don't look like the tussle type. He looks like all the way to pick you up and slam you type.
And
I
dunk
wouldn't
you.
want him to slam me. I wouldn't want him to pick me up and drop me where he lands on top of me.
Okay.
Pause. But Jason Now he actually did. I was watching Monday Night Football. He did apologize. He said that I should have composed myself. I actually don't think you should have did that. But I understand you gotta keep the check.
The
But
professional, because he can lose out on a lot.
he
By
could, but
yeah.
I don't think he deserved. He didn't have to apologize. And not an Eagles fan, but definitely have respect for Jason Kelsey. And brother, you did
Who's your team? Who's your team? Really quick.
the Patriots.
Okay. Of
The
course.
Patriots.
Of course.
And people like, oh, you just I've been a Patriots fan since 2002. I've been there for all the scandals, the Super Bowl losses, the Super Bowl wins. And I mean, we trash right now, but that's still my squad. I'm loyal to a fault. But I also wanted to ask, have you ever had a fan, outside of what you just mentioned, have you ever had a fan do something out of pocket while you was out in the mix?
The most craziest things that the fans do to me, this is what they'll do, right? They'll be behind fake pages, promoting me and things like that, and then I'll go online and see that they took like unfavorable pictures of me while we're out. Not nothing crazy, but I mean like I might have been burping or just something unfavorable, something weird, me catching me doing something weird, and then be like, hey, I saw you out. You're behind a fake page. I don't even know who you were in the room. So
Right.
that's
Yeah, that's y'all
very
gotta
creepy.
chill.
Very creepy.
Y'all gotta chill. But also Embiid had a very similar incident earlier this week. Um Relax, Ron. Relax. And producer, I seen you was quick to put that comment up. But but
Patriots got the
Embiid,
worst record in the league. Oh,
wow, you gonna put the comment back up. There's a lot of hate going on. But producer, while we at it, fuck the Giants. Aha. But also, I know he was going to do it. I know he was going to do it.
I'm the host now.
But
This my show now.
but Embiid got into shoving. Well, he shoved a reporter this past weekend and was suspended 3 games by the NBA for something very similar. Actually, definitely similar. This reporter had wrote an article about Embiid being weird. No, Embiid not being focused because the death of his brother and his child. And he said, yo, don't ever talk about my child or my deceased brother. And I don't care if you're writing an article. It was inappropriate to mention his
Very
deceased brother.
distasteful.
I
Very
mean,
distasteful.
I would, even if I was going to say something along the lines of that, I would have just, I think his personal issues may be the cause of his lack of player, something like that. But I would have breezed over it. To say that specifically was drolling.
Yeah.
And it was a grown, like
It's
they tried
hurtful.
to paint the picture like it was like some new reporter or some like, this dude was a grown ass man that should have knew better. This was a guy that had been writing for the Enquirer for years. And I think that Embiid did what he was supposed to do. Now you gotta you gotta eat them 3 games, but I mean, he could probably use the rest anyway. But nah,
Yeah.
I, mean, I ain't mad at that at all.
Yeah. Like
It was
like you
about
just
leaving
said,
a legacy,
he
and the
got
reporter
physical.
said,
He
"Oh, it was about him leaving a legacy." And the reporter said he needs to stay healthy. The dude is how I read it. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I just still thought it was inappropriate, and I mean, I'm a habitual line stepper, so I kind of get it. But you
I'm
got
not
to
bad
take
at it.
what comes with it. But the only shout out I will give to the Eagles probably ever on the show is I will say Saquon Barkley had probably one of the best plays from a running back that I might have ever seen. I think the only thing that I could equate to being top as far as that in my memory is when I watched Adrian Peterson leap over approaching defender, but the fact that Saquon ran up, shook one dude, spinned off another dude, and
Doing
first
his
of all, I
thing.
don't even know how his mind told him no, spin backwards and jump over him backwards. And he said that they drug tested him. You for sure needed a drug test after that, because you know what? I can't even see a drug test, because what makes your mind say no, turn around, jump backwards? Because I don't even know if he was looking when he did that. That was some superhuman being.
It was one of those things where you get the feeling and it just comes to you. It's like you know how you say our hand-eye coordination.
That shit was wild. And I wasn't watching that game when it happened because of the region that I'm in. I get all the Commanders and all the Ravens games. So I just seen on my timeline all these people like, yo, he just did that. Oh my God, oh my gosh. So I'm like, all right, because everybody talking about it like this, I know they're going to show the play on a replay. When he did it, I was like, wait, what? What? Definitely one of the best plays I've ever seen a running back doing.
So let me ask you a question. You didn't post it so we can see it because
Say that again?
why you didn't post it?
Because I ain't know. Yo, Ryan, you done? You done. But no, that's going to be something on. That was like one of those plays that they'll be playing at his retirement. Saquon at the pace that he's going, I can see him being a Hall of Famer. But that's about all the love you gonna get over here, Saquon. But with that being said, y'all know how I like to end. If it bleeds, it leads. Producer, play my funny video of the week. Well, I tell you, first of all, I would want that as an entire song. Yo, have you ever gone back and like listened to some of the songs of the 90s where like, yo, y'all was really plotting on people?
Yo, Little Secret by Escape. Me and my daughter were just.
No, I got one better for you. Just listen to a best of SWV. It's like.
And Creep.
Yeah.
Creep
I
by
watched the
TLC.
documentary. They said Left Eye didn't want to do Creep.
But she
did. They had to convince her to do it. She said she argued T-Boz down. She was like, if you're not happy, just leave. But I'm not cool saying this. And she was like, yo. But the way he was going in on that song, he said, throw the whole family away. He
Wait,
said them ugly kids you made with him. I said,
He said,
yo.
don't stress about them ugly kids you made with him. Like what? Girl, let that nigga have them kids. Throw the whole
Yo,
family away, wait. I want the song now.
yo, when I watched it, I was sitting there, I was like, wait. He's still singing.
Yeah.
But it definitely reminded me of the songs like, I mean, the He Can't Love You, or even Mario, You Should Let Me Love You. You Should Let Me Love You is a wild ass song. Like, you know, a lot of these songs be so catchy, you can sing them and not pay attention to the words. Like, I
When you
remember,
go back.
I remember one that like blew my mind. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and he was like, yo, he said, Song Cry by Jay-Z got to be one of the most toxic gaslighting songs ever. And I was like, nah. And I went outside on break and I was like, yo, I made the status on Facebook. I'm like, yo, is Song Cry a toxic song? And then I went back and listened to it again and I was like,
it really was. It really was.
Even I know what I did was whack. You don't get a nigga back like that.
Yo, and if you came up in that time, if you came up in that time of music and you was paying attention, because you know him and Beyonce, we knew they was together, but we wasn't really we wasn't warped into their world just yet. When she made Me, Myself, and I, Song Cry came out around the same time, and it was just like I was like, oh, they be going back and forth. They be
Well,
beating each
no.
other up with music.
Here's an interesting tidbit that I learned recently. Beyonce wasn't with Jay-Z at that time.
They had broke up?
No. Beyonce had another boyfriend. She had another, when she made Dangerously in Love, she was in a relationship with somebody else. And this dude like ended up leaving her, getting married and having like kids and stuff. But she was in a relationship when I was like, wait, but when Jay-Z was on Dangerously in Love, now I think it might have been one of them like Big Sean and Janae Aiko situations. But Hey Poppy is a horrible. It's a hard. I went back and listened to that one day because I was cleaning. I'm like, yo, I threw it on. I was like,
no, but that makes sense what you saying about that makes sense because when he made that song Lost One and he was like, I don't think it's meant to be because she loves her work more than she does me. I'm like,
it's crazy because the person that I watched the video from at first, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But then this boy had pictures, and then they had like the credits on the last Destiny's Child album before she went solo, and she dedicated that song to dude that she was with. I was like, hold
what?
up.
Me, Myself, and I?
No. Whatever album that was, that last Destiny's
Dangerously
Child album.
Love.
And she was like, no, the one before the last one before she went solo, she was like she was like, I love you, this, that, and the third. I said, oh, no, Ron, it had to be. I think they might have been messing around, but they wasn't official until later on.
That makes sense.
But with that being said, producer, let's jump into that lounge talk. So then here on the Ant Money Experience, I like to start off the lounge talk with what I call my wine cooler topic. So if you had to think of a song that would describe, okay, cheers. If you had to think of a song that describes your current mood, what would it be?
I hate you so much right now. That's the first thing that came to my head. Khalees? My current mood? I don't hate you, Aunt. I'm just saying.
I mean, I get it, but damn.
I'm saying because I just be wanting to rip people. This week has been such a crazy week, and it's only what, Thursday? We're officially kicking off the weekend. I had to go skating last night to get my mental in place. So the first thing that came to my head was that I'm always being stretched thin.
Okay.
Because I am a nurturer, so that's my mental state. But right now, I find that I'm having fun with you. I appreciate
Okay.
you having me here. But outside of this, my life is super hectic. I'm a business owner, a mother, a wife, battle rapper. So yeah, Khalees.
Okay. Okay. So for my lounge talk topic, I wanted to ask you, you being a battle rapper and you being out in the mix, and I wasn't going to bring it up until you bring it up, but now that you put it out there, we can talk about it. But you
Yep.
being married and you being out, is there certain do's or don'ts that your husband expects from you?
Yeah, of course.
What would some of them be if you had to say?
Don't beg nobody. Don't let nobody talk you into see these guys be goofies. Like, you know what I mean? Like these guys, oh yeah, I can get you a record deal. Like, you ever see Vernell Hill? If you ever in Chicago, come on out to the show or LA. Like, you just gotta watch out for certain people. Like, you know what I mean? But I've been in the game long enough to know when somebody's being professional and
Right.
when somebody's going to cross the line. You know, as soon as they give me too many compliments about my looks, it's no longer a professional situation anymore. So I stray away from things like that. So
I dig it. I dig it. Now on a reverse, well, hold on, producer. Before we go too far, I want to ask the good people, what y'all got to say about that? Producer, drop the link. And if y'all think I came here to play with y'all, god damn it, I'm not.
I'm not. Yo, when I seen that clip from that guy at court, said, God damn it, I'm not.
God damn it, I'm not.
I loved him ever since.
So in the same regard, do you have if your husband goes out, are there certain things you expect from him?
Just to be himself. I trust him. You know what I mean? Like, just be yourself. I know he a handsome guy. I know women going to try you, but you know, just keep your family first. Keep your
Okay.
family in mind. That's it.
Okay, audience, what are some like do's and don'ts you expect from people when you out and about? Now, I find this to be an interesting conversation because I remember I always have had stretches in between my relationships, and I remember the longest stretch I've had was from my, I would say it was like a 4-year stretch in between, excuse me, when my daughter was born and me and her mother, I would say we broke up probably around the time that my daughter was 1, and when I had gotten my next girlfriend. So I had been single for a long time. And at this point, like I was one of them people that did a lot of partying before I was supposed to go partying. Shout out to Southwest, because y'all used to let all the young people into the clubs. My ID was
It don't
$20.
matter where we was at.
It would be $20 to get in and $20 because I ain't got no ID. Damn, those was the days.
Happy
But
now.
I remember, so afterwards, you know, I had my years of partying. Shout out to Play It Wave TV, Mr. J King himself. So I remember when I got in a relationship, my now ex, she would be like, yo, I don't have a problem with you going out. That's what you was doing before me. Long as we spending time, I don't have a problem with you going out. But be respectful when you go out. I'm like, what you mean? She was like, yo, I expect you to like maybe dance with somebody while you out, but I shouldn't be able to walk in and this girl is turned around giving you the butt. I said, well, what? She was like, yo, she shouldn't be bent over and you all up in her as if you're having sex with clothes
Yeah.
on. And I was just like, I mean, it ain't that deep. She was like, nah, it is though. She was like, that's disrespectful. She was like, how would you feel you walk in a spot, you and your homies, and I'm bent over twerking on some dude?
Yeah. My
I
dude
was
would hit
like,
the lid. My dude would hit
ugh,
the lid. No,
ugh.
and so like from our experience, right, from being out. So I'll say I don't go out that much, but when I am around a group of friends, 9 times out of 10, I'll say back then, you would see me out. I would say
Right.
the way I always carried myself was like, you know, not and still to this day, uh, I'm here amongst friends.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
for
me and
sure.
you
I've
got
never seen outside on no like super twerking on everybody type time.
I can't dance, first of all. And even if I could, I wouldn't do it. Like, I don't got no rhythm. I'm the geek. Like, I'm geeked up all the time. So when the picture that you posted on Halloween of us, I that was the only picture that I got with any male in that setting because I consider you my friend. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like other guys try to talk to me, I wouldn't be court taking pictures with men who I know would try to talk to me, who I know it could possibly be a problem later on down the line. Like you've always maintained a friendship with me. So when I
Right.
came home, he says, "Well, let me see your costume," and I only picture I had was with me and you, and he was like, "Well, who is this guy?" And I'm like, man, that's it. Like, I'm gonna get into a battle rap competition with him before like.
For sure, like, bro, if you think I was trying to talk to your girl and you had if you had body cam footage on, you're like, yo, why was he really trying to battle you all night? That's it.
Yo, for real. For real. But see, that's where the trust come in between you and your spouse. So if I say, no, this is Ant, he should trust me enough to know that I'm not, you know what I mean? Without trust in a relationship, that's how things go sour.
And you know what? I always pride myself on being that person because I had a situation, not to get too much into it, but I had a situation that could have turned deadly without me knowing. And the only thing that saved me was when a friend of mine's, her husband, mind you, I had never met him before. When things was about to get hectic, he said, "No, that's not who y'all want. That's Ant." He was like, "I know him because that's my wife friend." He was like, "Nah, I know whatever y'all got in mind, he's not a part of it. He's a working guy. That's not what y'all want." But
dope personality,
if y'all
dope person,
if
very
y'all think
respectful.
I ain't got no bars, y'all sadly mistaken.
Who said ain't got
Start
no
spitting
bars?
hot fire, the camera gonna start shaking. And it's
Okay,
gonna
die
start shaking.
line. Die line.
All right, so it looked like the good people don't want to jump in on a conversation. So producer, let's jump into that spotlight. All right, Zan, I definitely appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for
It
having
was
me.
funny because I was like, you know what? Like a couple months ago, I had asked you, and I was like, yo, I think it'd be dope if you did my show. Without hesitation, you said, for sure, just let me know. And we had a couple, like a little bit where it was hard, because I mean, I imagine you're a busy woman.
Sure.
So it was hard catching up to you. Then I was sitting there the other day, and when I tell you, like, the topics was just coming up this week, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get Zen this week. I'm determined.
Yeah, of course.
And I reached out.
Yo, had you been on my ass, I would have did this way back when you first asked me.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And once again, you said, like, you didn't even say, like, I gotta see my. You said, yeah, let's do it. I said, damn, that was easy. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But for the good people, like when I have co-hosts on for the first time, I like to wait to the end. I don't like to get the introduction in the beginning. Zan, tell the good people who you are.
All right. So for those who are watching at home, those who are interacting in the chat, my name is Zan. My name is not Zan base. I just go by Zan base because once you get in orbit, you are a part of the Zan base because I don't like to call people fans. You know what I mean? I'm very humble. But I am a female battle rapper from the city. I rep the trenches. Chrome 23. There's no place like Chrome. Shout out to Easy. Shout out to Remy Ma. I've been battle rapping since 2012. I've been on Queen of the Ring. I've been in so many different settings, y'all, in this battle rap culture, and I've been putting on for female battle rap in the city of Philadelphia. I've been to A-Hat, which is in Vegas. I've been to Barry to Death, which is in New York. I've been a plethora of places, like you were saying. So I've been putting on, and I'm finally starting to take it a lot serious, and I'm just blessed. I'm blessed. I'm a rapper, a mom, business entrepreneur, salon owner, and I got ADHD.
That's a hell of a close to that.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
so Zan, you being a battle rapper, what is the first battle that you can remember watching?
My first battle that I remember watching, it was on a DVD, like a Too Raw for the Streets type of thing. Give me 1 second. Sonny, wait, mommy's doing an interview. The cat ran out? Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Close the door out. As soon as I'm done, I'll get with you. Thank you.
Girl.
Hi.
Hey, Zanny.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going
Girl.
good.
You was like a couple minutes too late. Say your words to the guest real quick, and then I gotta continue this interview.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I only came in because I'm obviously playing the game and stuff. I just came in to say, hey, everybody, what's up? Zanny, I don't know if you remember me or not. We used to be friends on Facebook.
I do remember you.
And we be on that bitch cackling and cracking up.
For real, I remember you.
Listen, Zanny will bid your ass down. Let me tell you something about it.
No, for real. So you see where I went from being a troll online to like battle rapping.
Like seriously battle rapping, yeah. And I'm here for it. I support it. I love you. I miss you. I'm so
appreciate
happy for you.
Yes, Kristen, I appreciate. I actually remember you, girl. We used to be going in.
I'm so memorable. Oh my god.
Yo, I remember.
Yo,
you.
shout out to Scooty.
Love you guys. All right, man. Let's get back to it. Love you guys.
All right. If I wasn't holding my phone, I would give her the heart thing.
Yeah, I think my first exposure to battle rap. Well, I would say my first exposure to battle rap actually happened in high school. So I'm gonna say probably, well, not even high school. Living in Logan, going to Barris, I used to watch people battle, and that was like my first exposure. I remember like back in the day, I remember Quilly was going from high school to high school battling people, and I remember he got the Olney and he thought he was the shit because he had beat everybody at grass. And this is one dude, Squirtle. Shout out to Squirtle. Y'all Vegas doing this thing right now, but I remember it was heated because Quilly came in and like, "What up, younger?"
He just had to be a part. So this is my son, Sonny. I'm
That
sorry,
is
y'all.
your
My mom
twin.
This is my twin. I wanted a boy so bad, and so can you just sit and be quiet for a minute while mommy does this? I don't mind if you stay, but just don't get to talking, okay? All right, sit down, be good. Okay. All right.
But yo, you know what? Actually, I would have to say further back than that. I mean, face-to-face battles in that aspect, that was the first I seen that. But I mean, as far as like battling itself, my dad used to be a DJ in the 80s. So as a young, I remember my grandmother had bought me a Fisher Price record player. And then my aunt that same Christmas, or maybe the next Christmas, bought me one too. So I used to set the turntables up and I used to scratch the records. I used to scratch shit out of them records. But I used to also go and listen to them. So like my dad was a huge Kumo D fan. And as a young boy, the first rapper that I ever like really liked was LL. So I remember
that's legit.
I remember listening to their songs, and I remember them talking about people, but not having context as to who they was talking about. So as I got older and understood more of rap, I would say that's where battle rap first came into like my aura or whatever. But
then I had to think about it too, because I actually in elementary, I ain't gonna say elementary, like middle school, like I said, that was a DVD era, but I actually got the privilege of being around Reed. Y'all might know Reed Dollars, battle rapper, pioneer in our city for battle rap, and I would be really close to Reed all the time. One of my first friends, like we were in 5th grade, it would be 9th graders from Bartram because I went to Tilton, who would come and just, oh, we pulling him out of class, he gonna battle, and so that was my first up close interaction with battle rap.
Shout out to Reed. One of my homies down in Ville, she was like his old head. They went to Bartram together. So I want to say, she said he was in like 9th, she was in 12th. And she was like, you know, because he would be down in Ville sometimes. She knew him and they went to school together. So that's how I ended up meeting Reed. And always cool, down to earth. But as far as your battle rap style, where would you say you developed it?
So from the DVD era, I'm not gonna lie, that gritty. First of all, like people know, like even just being online, like I bid,
For sure.
I will chew you up. Like I have tough skin. I don't really. It's always I don't care what you say to me. I don't care because I'm trying to tear you down with my words as best as possible. I don't care what you say to me. We are human. We all go through things, and I found that once I find that thing that will throw you off, that's how I win the battle.
Okay.
Once I find that thing that you can't stomach somebody saying, that's how I win the battle. It's a mental thing. So for me, it's like being witty, funny, because in battle rap, a lot of times people focus on crafting the words to be so intricate, which I can do that as well. But if you get straight to the punch and I say something like, y'all know what rhymes with Tasmanian Terror? Looking bad in the mirror. I know that she's already, you understand? Like, so it's like
Right.
stand up comedy, rhyming. I know she's insecure. And you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, cool, got you.
I know she's insecure. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as Philly battle rap, who would you say are like your 3 favorites of all time?
And Philly battle rap, my three favorite. Who? Me, and me. It's like no, it's like no, it's like no.
Listen,
I think
I
that
ain't mad at it.
I think that I'm one of my favorites in the city because I've been putting on for the females. So I think that I'm one of my favorites. Y'all don't even know how much love we get from other cities when I go, and it's like, yo, Philly this, Philly that, and I think that
We
I
known for
love
rapping it. We known for rapping and fighting.
that's it. Okay, that part. And of course Reed, dropping a mixtape, staying consistent. He's still battle rapping. It's so many dope ass battle rappers. I feel
He's
like we
still battle rapping at a high level
yeah
20 plus years later.
yeah yeah. And there's so many people that I could name, so I can't say I got a top three, but I will say shout out to
Just
Easy.
name a few now.
All right, Easy the Block Captain. I say Easy because Easy not only got himself to a platform in a space where he is doing celebrity status things, but he's also continuing to bring light to our city. He's always repping the city. He's always, oh, let me put on for the city. Let's do this for Philly. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? So, some people they'll get in a space and they'll just, oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and do me. No, he brings everything back to the city. So I'm gonna say Easy as far as the way he conducts himself and business wise, and the fact that he can actually fucking rap. I would say Easy, me, Reed, Ness. Ness is still
Shout out
putting
to
on.
Loch Ness.
Yes, Ness is still putting on. I have so much respect for him. It's just so many people that I could name. You got Bill Collector.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all know Bill Collector, but Bill Collector is not really from Philly, but he's from Norristown. But they like our close cousins that we probably had to go over their house on the weekends, or they was at our house on the weekends. You know what I mean?
facts.
So Bill Collector's doing his thing, movie roles. You know what I mean?
Oh, good
Yeah,
shit.
he's casting people, putting them in movie roles. He's winning tournaments. He's like doing his big one. So shout out to them. Like I aspire to be, even though I feel like I'm Big Zan, the biggest. I aspire to have that business outlook and to just keep growing, the way that they are. So shout out to them.
So, just real quick, I told you my Easy to Block Hampton story, but for the
Hmm.
good people, I'll drop this exclusive. So I know Enes because one of my uncles is his old head from Dearnaville. So I've like not like me and Ness on first name basis, but if I see him, we recognize each other.
Right, right,
So
right.
I remember one day, shout out to my boy VI2ZZ.
Okay.
So
He only
these
pop blues if they too fucking G's. Yes, I've been around for a minute.
shout out to my guy. I'm gonna clip this up and post that too.
Yeah,
But
VI.
I remember V's had threw a cookout down the Ville. So I'm with Corey at the time. I'm like, yo, Corey, we at his crib. I'm like, yo, let's go down the Ville. He like,
The Ville?
I said, I'm like, we good. It's a cookout. There's gonna be a lot of people out there. It shouldn't be no dumb shit. Boy, were we wrong. But before everything went down, actually, nah, yeah,
I was there
yeah. We're not gonna talk about that part of it. But
Okay.
so I walked up to Enes. No, first I was doing my usual. I was going around battling people.
Of
Now
course.
I got a couple people out of here. I'm not gonna say no names, but
V.
once I got butter butter from the block out of here, he said, I'm gonna go get my old head. Go get your old head. He can get trash too. So I got Enes. I said, please. Enes not even the best rapper out the projects. He did not like that. He said, who you think better than me? I said, Bruno Branks. He didn't like that either.
Is
He
Bruno
said,
from the Jets from there?
yeah, Bruno from the Jets.
I didn't know that. I know Bruno
Yeah,
too.
Bruno from the Jets. He was like, he said, no, what you getting it mixed up at? And he gave me this long explanation. I know that I struck a nerve because he gave me this long explanation on how they are the Avengers and he's Captain America. And I wasn't mad at what he said. I said, you still didn't convince me. Bruno breaks freestyle better than anybody. He did
And not
not.
only that,
Yo,
they should know not to argue with it. Like, what?
so it's funny because these actually took a picture, and in a picture you can see me like this, and you can see Ness hands out, and you can clearly see that Ness is pissed off at what I'm saying to him. But shout out to E Ness. But my next question was, what was your first battle?
Zan versus Coco Cakes.
How did that go?
I won.
Okay.
I stapled myself because of my, like I said, I bid on people.
Right.
So battle rap was so full of gun toting females. Oh yeah, I'ma smoke you and da da da. And they real dark with it. And then when I came, it was like, oh, this bitch funny as shit. You know what I'm
So
saying? Like, so with Coco Cakes, I had never battled before. That was my
okay.
I had no footage. Only thing I was known for at the time was really trolling people online. I didn't have any footage. I've been around people. I could rap. And so I was like, let me just try this. Let me see what this is hitting for. And I went and did my thing versus her.
Okay. So if you had, because you got a lot of battles, how many
I
battles?
don't got half as many battles as the females around me who started it. Like, you can go look at their catalogs. They'll have 40 and 50 battles. I literally have like 19 battles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of the 19,
That might be a stretch.
Out of the 19, how many do you feel like you took the L?
Out of the 19 battles, I'll say I can name the names who I lost to if y'all ever want to just go watch. Even when I lose, it's because the person was better. Like,
Okay.
or I might lose to myself. The bar is always there. I always give a good performance. I had a little stint when I first started battle rapping where I had choked a couple battles, but we charged that to the game because that's how you get better. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, I literally had no footage. So when I choked, it was like a learning experience. So I know I lost to a girl in Milwaukee. I'm not gonna say her name because she's a nobody. But that's because I choked. I lost to K Profit because K Profit just was better. But it was such a really, really good performance on both ends. She just was better. So I would say I think I've lost. I've won. I know for sure I've won more than I've lost, but I have lost.
Okay. What do
Yeah.
you feel like was your most memorable battle?
I had a battle that went viral. I battled a girl named Stud Famous. Rest in peace to her. I think I beat her lyrically, but she pulled a dildo out while we were battling.
I
And it went,
remember that. I
yeah, and it
remember.
went, yeah. And I kicked it off stage because I'm such a goof troop. When she pulled a dildo, I'm like, what the
So
fuck?
the funny thing is, I came across that footage randomly, and I said, "Fuck no! I want to see this whole battle." Now, at the time, I had only knew you online as trolling people, and
Yeah.
I went back and I watched that battle, and I laughed so hard because I wanted to see what led up to that point. So I remember the first time I met you, and you was like, "Oh, you in?" So we were sitting there busting it up, and I just remember asking you,
Yep.
I was like, "Listen, I wanted to
Light
ask
bulb.
you this for a minute." What was your thought when she pulled that dildo out?
No, that's literally how you were. You was like, you know what? Since I got you here, I think we was on Corey couch, and you was like, since I got you here, I got a question. What were you thinking when she pulled the dildo out? Like, wait a minute, you saw that? I
Because it was
remember this.
funny when I saw you walk in the crib, my mind instantly went, "That's her."
It's her. It's the dildo person. She got the dildo.
So,
um, when it happened, right? So, like, this is what people don't know. If y'all really paid attention, like, we got invited to come out there because, like, I had been doing my thing. That was like my fourth battle, and they invited us to come to Vegas, all expense paid. It was like it was going to go viral regardless because this particular league had so many YouTube subscribers at the time that
okay,
all their battles went viral. So we were just
okay,
excited. Like, it was like a transition for me. Like, are you going from just being a regular battle rapper in Philly to you're about to transition into something else? So when I
okay,
went, it was like we did interviews. We had people ready to do studio time with us. They showed us so much love. We had photo shoots while we were out there for 10 days. So I didn't see my opponent except for the night before when we did our face offs, and she was very standoffish. Fuck out of here. Da, da, da. And I wasn't used to that because, like, although I am aggressive, I am also a sweetheart. Like I can handle the business, but to be aggressive and mean was like, so I didn't really know how to take it. So I was just like kind of like a bitch, fuck you. I'm too far from the city for you to be that aggressive, and I was with men. So the next day when we had the battle, she was on, I'm like, hey, I'm ready to get in here and lock in with you. You know what I mean? Thank you for the opportunity. Cause she had been viral a couple times. Fuck out of here, bitch. I'm about to trash you. Like her and her friend group was just like real aggressive. And it to the point where Stampede, he a battle rapper from the city. I don't know if y'all heard of him.
I know who Stampede is.
Yo, Stamp literally had to tell her, like, if y'all put your hands on her, I'm gonna beat y'all up because she's one female. Y'all are lesbians, dykes. Y'all carry it like y'all niggas. If one of y'all put your hands on her, I'm gonna beat y'all the fuck up. Like, he had my back. We was always in Vegas. So if you watch the battle, you'll see I was being aggressive because it was more like I got jokes, but I had to be aggressive because this girl's super aggressive.
Right.
And next thing you know, she says, can I quote the bar? Where she said to me, she said that pussy dead. You couldn't get Petco to bring that back. I would fuck her with my nigga strap and pull the dildo on me. You fucking bitch.
So, Zen, I'll tell you my favorite battle of yours is the most memorable that I have of you is your battle with Lady Caution.
And that was a good joint.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually got in an argument with her about this battle.
Wow.
I saw her and it was crazy because once again, just knowing people from Facebook, she knew who I was, but she didn't like really know me.
Gotcha.
So it was not that long after the battle happened. I was like, yo, that was a good joint you had with Zen, but you lost. She was like,
no the fuck I didn't.
She said, you think? I said, yeah, you lost. So at first she started like getting like, I could see her like bulk up a little bit. I was like, I'm not trying to fight over it, but you lost. She was like, you seem to be the only person that thinks so. I was like, I'm not biased in this situation. I think you lost. She did not like that shit. But also, I think that afterwards, anytime I saw her, she always showed love because she was like, I thought that was kind of bold of you not to know me, not to know how I felt about that, and for you to give me your opinion.
Yeah. What I feel like about me and Caution, but I feel like I won. What I do know is this: she networks a lot in the city. You know what I mean? She's a battle rapper, a notable battle rapper in the city as well. You know what I mean? And it's like, if she does music and she's in the studios and people know her. So what I felt like at the time that the crowd was familiar with her. But as far as the bars and when we dropped it on YouTube, I felt like people started to say, all right, cool. I know, I see what's going on here. Zen won. All right, cool. So, and that's just my take on it. So for her to be like, some people like, nah, you smoked her. And then me and her have like a little rift between it. So when people do bring up our battle, they do it in a sense where they're picking sides.
Right.
You see what I'm trying to say? It's like, nah, I don't fuck with her. You my bitch. You won. You know what I mean? So for you to give your unbiased opinion, that's probably why she probably respected it.
Now I would say one thing about Caution. I would hate to be in her position for one reason. Wow. She is an easy target for every battle with Rock. It's like, you could. It's like you could almost count it. Like you see, you start hearing the scheme, and then this, that, and the third is always either be cautious Rock because I lay out Caution, or just Caution. If they don't say something about her being with Rock, they say something. And they be like, she looked like a man. They're like, come on, dog. She's standing right there.
You got a kid, bro. It's
funny. It's funny because every time, like, when she in the scope of the camera, it's like she probably like, here the fuck they go again. Like, it's probably she probably be sitting there counting on her fingers, like, I know it's coming in 5.
Yeah. But let me say this, just because I know her personally, right? I'll say this. You know how they say all publicity is good publicity, even if it's bad. So if somebody took their time out to write something about her and now it's floating in the internet, that's just giving her more publicity. So it's
For
like you
sure.
can say whatever you want. She got tough skin just like I do.
You know what? If I didn't know her, I would probably look for her battles the same way. Like I like Geechee. Pause.
Yeah.
I like Geechee Gotti. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that when Coffee had battles, I watch them specifically because I know all the bars that people say about her from the Geechee battles.
Right, right.
But
So that's a good look.
as far as rapping, what do you feel like is your strongest ability?
My strongest ability in rapping is I go into these pockets. So they call it AMG mode in battle rap, but it's really just a Philly
Got you.
flow. It's really just a Philly
You
flow.
know what? I never thought about that. That is just a Philly flow.
Yeah. And so if they're not from Philly doing this AMG mode, and when they go to other cities and they're doing it in their city, it's like, oh, 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 oh. But that's just how we rap. This is
Right.
how we rap. So I think I got the advantage in that portion, but I kind of tweaked it a little bit. And if I tell you what I do, I'm gonna be giving away too much. But
Don't do it. Don't do it.
tweaked it a little bit. And it's, as far as my writing go, I write my own raps. I'm
So
very
you gonna sit here and lie to them people like I didn't?
like, come on, cuz.
I didn't give you that round.
Like, come on, cuz.
I didn't give you. Wow.
Stop bringing up my past, cuz. No, but I write my own raps, so it's like I can be as layered as I want. So when I'm thinking about something, it's like triple entendres, things like that. Like I got a bar that I can quote when I was talking about I battled C Bree, and her name is C, and I watched so many people flip her name in so many different ways that I was like, okay, how can I flip C Bree without it being too intricate and kind of just straight to the point? So I say, I ain't never been no bitch. I pull up and meet broads. Oh, this is storytelling too. Just put that out there. I ain't never been no bitch. I pull up and meet broads. But first, I'ma scope the scenery out. Meatball. Should have kept it on the playground, because if I slide and she swing y'all gonna see all the ups and downs with seesaw. Now you see because I'm gonna fuck you up.
That was a nice scheme.
Yeah,
but,
and it was quick. It was to the point. We got the playground. I told a whole story about how if we're gonna take it there, we can meet somewhere, and I'm gonna fuck you up, and then y'all gonna get to see it. You know what I mean? So it was very quick. It was like a 8-bar, 6-bar setup, but I'm learning as I go this new format of battle rap. It ain't just about now you gotta make that shit.
Evolved.
Yeah, now you gotta make that shit make sense.
And some people not involved. Some people just not involving with it. Cassidy. But if you had to think about what would you consider like your Achilles heel?
My Achilles heel in battle rap is that I'm too anxious. I'll be too anxious to get the bars off, and it looks bad on camera.
That makes a lot of sense, because it's been a couple where I seen you and you like getting your shit off, and then you get a choke, and I'm like, come on.
Yep. Yep. I be too anxious. It's like, Daddy. Wait a minute, James. It's like putting the cart before the horse. Like if I'm thinking to myself, all right, I know the bars, right?
You know the bar gonna hit.
But I don't allow it to hit. You see what I'm trying to say? So, and then you got to think, you're still thinking while you're rapping. People think it's like this, you're robotic. No. Once I say something and I know that I should have paused a little bit for that bar to stick, and I ran through it, now I'm like, damn, I should have calmed down. Now I'm not thinking about the next bar that's coming next. That's how you choke.
You thinking about the slip up.
Exactly.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. And Free to Wave, I was watching True Surf on a Joe Budden podcast, and he was saying how he was like, when he practices his reps, he was saying how you gotta leave space for like crowd reaction. You gotta react off of that. And I was like, yo, I never thought about that much. I never thought about the performance and battle rap. I'm just about the bars. But he was like, no, that matters, because you gotta wait, like the crowd gonna react and this, that, and the third. And he was like, I've gotten to a point where I know crowd gonna get a reaction, but sometimes I want to get my shit off, pause. So I just rap through the crowd reaction and tell them to shut the fuck up and keep going. But he was like, you gotta anticipate for all that stuff. And I never heard about that.
Yeah, battle rap is like 20% of writing. If you're a rapper, then the writing part gonna come. That's like the fine print is the writing part. You have to be able to perform, like you just said, anticipate that crowd reaction. And just think about this. And I spit a bar, right?
Right.
And the bar is crazy and the crowd go crazy. I still got to remember the bar that's coming next. After now I'm taking in all that energy from them going crazy about a bar that I just landed. You got to be able to get it back.
You want to know what? It's funny because I like it. I think it's funny when a battle rapper be sitting there spitting, and then they bar the one bar that's the setup, the crowd react, and they like, yo, that wasn't the punch.
Yeah, that's not all. I still got something else.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you,
So
and if you learn to count your bars and your punches, if you do that, and the crowd go crazy and like, hold on, I didn't even get to the punch. Let me take it back. That's
right,
because you had such a great setup that you was able to punch on that third bar, and that fourth bar should just seal the deal.
right,
Yep.
right. So are there any like matchups that you looking for? You rat chasing, like, yo, when this come across,
Bruh.
you getting smoked.
No, for real. Listen, I just came back the end of 2020. What is we in 2024, right?
Right.
I came back the end of 2023. I
Okay.
battled November, December, two battles back to back, and I just to let people know I'm back. You know what I mean? I battled Taz
Okay.
and I battled Cash Flow Rizzy, but because I was on a little hiatus, I hadn't really battled for years.
Right.
And now it's like, oh, I'm back outside, and the girlies, and this is y'all know I say this in all my interviews. Y'all bitches know what's up. Stop
Ooh.
ducking me. Let me get my
Ooh.
shit off. If you
Okay.
feel like you can beat me, then do it. Prove it. Don't talk about, oh, what the fuck I need the battles in for? She can't beat me. Then beat me then, bitch.
You heard it here
Beat
first.
me then. You have to prove it that you can beat me. Stop ducking. Stop hiding behind y'all names. Yes, I took a break. Yes, y'all doing y'all thing. Yes, y'all on these pedestals, and I fuck with it.
Ooh.
But I'm still Big Zen, the biggest, the biggest,
The biggest.
the biggest. You know what I'm saying? I'm still putting on for
Okay.
Philly. And it's just like any of y'all can get it. So this year going into 2025, it's kind of like me and you gonna revisit this conversation because
Okay.
you my friend. So we gonna revisit this. This is how it's gonna go. I'm about to tell you how it's gonna go. They're gonna keep battling each other because they're friends and they feel safe with each other. They don't mind losing to each other. They scared to lose to me.
Hey, listen. When you walk in the street without looking, you get smacked.
And that is the truth. And that is the truth. So, you know what I mean? My last battle, like I said, I lost my last battle. But on the contrary, and I ain't making no excuses. I lost my last battle, but my last battle actually was on beat. That's not my lane. So that don't
Oh
take
yeah.
you see what I'm
You know what?
saying?
I've been watching people battle for so long that I don't even care to see people rap on beat, and it's always kind of weird because I mean rapping
Yeah.
on I don't know,
I don't feel like it. I feel like it count, but it don't count towards like
it's
my
not rap is not there anymore.
yeah. So it's like the battle on beat. I got my feet wet. Like I said, she was just a better opponent. She got that shit sold up. So if that's her lane, you know what I'm saying? Bitches gonna have a problem getting past her. Shout out to Nadi Ali. Y'all can go watch the versus Nadi Ali. Nadi did a phenomenal job, but that's just not my lane. Now give me 3 rounds face to face with a bitch. It's very hard for them to beat me.
Shout out to you for saying that because I ain't saying that shit.
I know, but like I'm a real ass person at the end of the day.
I respect
Not
it.
saying that you're not a real person, but in battle rap, if you say, nah, I won, and you clearly lost, then they look at you like something wrong with you. Like, you know what I mean? People do that all the no. I'm not arguing no wins or losses. If the fans say no, I don't fuck with that, then that shit was corny.
I respect that.
Yeah, I'm not debating. If the fans said I don't fuck with it, then you could have did better. Then my goal is to do better.
You know what? One of my favorite things that you said recently, I think I caught it in a story where you was like, yo, I'm not a studio rapper. I'm a battle rapper. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
I really respect that for the sense that, like,
Yo, Mike.
I think that some battle rappers had this, like, notion that I had to be good in that realm. And it's like, bro, even if you jump it, it's not that many people that can jump back and forth. But
Yeah.
I told somebody recently, we had an argument. Shout out to the lounge, shout out to Corey Lace, the whole gang. But we was
Hey,
arguing,
squad.
and I said, yo, I don't like to see rappers grow. I like rappers for what I like them for.
Right.
I don't want to see you like mature. Jay-Z took me some getting used to, because I like Jay-Z rapping about being on the block. I don't care if he ain't been on the block in a minute. That's what I like.
Right.
And I don't like to see people veer off from the lane that they.
He does really good in that area, telling them stories, painting them pictures.
Right. It's very few
I gotta
people.
close this door. Hold on, my son got out and left the door open.
Not a problem. It's very few people that expand that I want to see jump out the box that I know them to be in. And like, I respect the fact that you said, no, I'm a better rapper. I'm not going to the studio. That's not what I do.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
So
did I start out rapping, beating on the table? Yeah, but I found my niche. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to get in the studio and make 1 million songs, then I would have done that back in the day. That's not my thing. Like I said, I got my feet wet. Somebody pushed me into 12 feet and I couldn't swim. So, but I made it to the side of the pool. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't die.
Speaking of, shout out, I don't remember her name, but shout out to that girl that saw me drowning at that pool party this summer and pulled me over to the side.
Okay.
Like, I jumped in the pool. I was playing, and I was like, and she said she saw me. She grabbed me over to the side. I grabbed her, looked in her eyes, and said, "Thank you."
Yes, because it was almost over for you.
But no,
I'm glad. Thank you for her.
So, as a battle rapper, it's a little different because y'all don't really per se have like the acknowledgement of achievement that industry rappers have per se. So if you had to say what your defining moment would be, or like what's that like number one hit like a rapper would have, or like a Grammy, what would it be? What does that look like for Zane?
So, all right. So let me get into this. I'm glad you asked that. That's actually a very good question, because it's like, if we're not getting the notoriety that one would get in the industry, what is our ceiling? Like, where are we reaching up to? All right. So initially, when I first started back in the day, it was like the goal was to get on Queen of the Ring.
Okay.
If you battling and your city fuck with you and Queen of the Ring notice you, then you taking off.
Shout out to Babs Bunny.
Shout out to Babs Bunny, first lady of the streets, queen of the motherfucking ring. Give it up for the ladies. I fuck with them.
Give it up for the ladies.
Okay, because now this is a true story. My first battle ever, I didn't have no footage, was at Queen of the Ring. So I already reached people's goals. My first battle, I battled Coco Cakes. They believed in me. They was like, we gonna give her a shot. I didn't have no footage. Babs was like, come on.
No footage?
None. I had never even battle rap before. So it was like they took a chance, they gambled, and I did my thing. So shout out to them. I'm forever grateful. So if you think about my career, it's like, okay, cool. You made it to Queen of the Ring. Now what? The goal was to get in the ring, because they would do sparring sessions. All right, then I gotta work enough to get in the ring. Da 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 da. All right, cool. What's next? After you get in the ring, what's next? Oh, I want 1 million views. Because you can talk up to you can say how much money you want from these league owners from the views that you bring in. I want 1 million views. Shout out to the girl who pulled the dildo on me. I went to rap, but you got me 5 million views. You got me lit. So it's like I always reach my goals every time in like a short period of time. It's like, it's not saying that it's not no work that I got to put in, but I've just been blessed to be in settings where. What's the next goal? So the next goal for me, it would be, I can't say it would be winning Wody. I don't know if you know what Wody is. So it's Woman of the Year in Battle Rap.
Okay.
URL puts that together. I don't necessarily want to win Wody, because I know the politics side of battle rap, and it's only a handful of females that will be considered on Mount Rushmore, or just the greatest of them all, and they all kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's the politics behind it for me. I just don't see it happening no time soon, especially where I'm
okay.
But to just get mentioned. So that's my goal right now. I just want to be on Wody's list. They got a top 19, a top 20 list. I just want to be on that list right now, because I'm fresh back trying to get my feet wet, just put me on the list because my goals are not. I didn't reach all my goals in battle rap. So now it's just like I want to
Max
get in it. I want to do a two. Yep,
my
I
guy
want to do a
Max
two
said,
movie.
Max said they be gatekeeping.
They do. They
I
do.
can see, and it's crazy because there's a lot more politics in women's battle rap than it is in men.
They be gatekeeping. You gotta be really, really gimmicky. And another thing about me is like I can proudly say that I'm not one of the women, and I'm not and just I hope that they don't take offense to what I'm saying, but this is just what it is. I don't have sex with the niggas. I'm not in the niggas' faces. I don't have an OnlyFans. I didn't get my body done. I'm just Zen. So you know what I mean? Like I would respect. I like that they like me for just being who I am.
Stop shaming Vixen.
I didn't say that. But Vixen could come outside if she feeling the type of way about this little bit. If we clip it up, you can come outside because like
Zen talking that
yeah. Get your lick
shit.
back, bitch.
But Zen, tell the good people what you got coming up next.
So I will be this weekend. Trenches versus I battle. I'm not on the card, but I will be in New York for the Trenches versus I battle, and Chrome 23's tournament starts as well. So shout out to Chrome 23. We will be in New York this weekend. I am open for bookings. I don't have anything secure for 2025, and I'm gonna say this: y'all bitches is scared. They are scared. I don't. They are scared. They don't like my personality, but I don't give a fuck.
Yo, I just think that is so dope that like when I tell you, I told you when we had talked on the phone the other day, I was like, yo, I was literally just in the crib and like I use battle rap as like background noise when I'm playing video games and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be on YouTube and I scanned up and I was like, oh, Easy the Block Captain got an interview. And I was like, Easy is a person where you just don't know much about him. Like I watch Enes. Like I see these people, I've met them in person, but I've never met Easy. I told you I just had my one battle with Easy. I think he lost. He was scared. He choked. But but I don't know anything about Easy. And Easy had like a weird just come up out of nowhere kind of moment. And he just took off from there.
The crazy part is I'm rocking with him since day one. Easy really didn't just come up out of nowhere. Like,
no. I mean, in regard to like, I'm not really for lack of better words, like minor league battle watcher. So
got you.
So for
you
the
know
most
a lot.
part,
You know a lot compared to some of these people that be trying to argue with us. But
so for the most part, I was just URL. I was whatever them Canadians' names is, and ERB. RBE.
RBE.
So then when I saw Easy, I started to watch Gatekeeping at the same time. And then I was just like, yo, why have I never heard of him? And he from Philly. The first battle I ever watched him in was on URL. So I kind of just watched him, and I think that it's just like his come up from like just getting that one shot to where he at is dope. Yeah. And I think that it's just dope that well, no, let me back to my story. So I was watching this interview and it was with Johnny Mac. So Johnny,
I know Mac. Shout out to Johnny Mac with the camera.
Shout out to Johnny Mac. He was like, yo, so as far as your league, who's some of your killers? He was like, yo, I got this person, I got that person, I got Zan. And Johnny Mac was like, yo, shout out to Zan. She tough. I was like, did he say Zan? So I was like, I think I heard hand. I'm tripping, whatever. So I watched it. Too. And I was on one of them type of joints where it was like one of them nights where it was like, yo, it's Sunday. I ain't doing shit. I'm just going to play video games until I'm ready to go to bed. So then I scroll and I'm looking at battles and I see Zen versus, I forget who it was. And I was like, what the fuck? Zen started rapping on Trenches. That was Zen that I heard. I watched it. You actually smoked that battle, and I think that it's just dope that I know these people organically. It's not on no type shit. Just organically know these people, and I think that it's just very dope. And damn, Zan, this been a fire ass episode. My episodes don't usually go in this long, but this been a fire joint. But Zan, tell the good people everything that you got going on.
So, like I said, right now I'm looking to be booked for 2025. So any league owners that's looking to book Zan, y'all can hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, Zan_base. If you into emails, it's zanbase215@gmail.com. Let's work. I'm willing to work. I'm not hard to get along with. To the fans, first and foremost, I fuck with y'all. The Zan base, bruh, the way that y'all carry me on this internet, the way that y'all carry yourselves on this internet, I fuck with y'all. Shout out to the Zan base, bro. We got one. We always
gonna have. Tell me your YouTube page because I know you got a page now.
Oh, it's Zan base. It's Zan_base. Everything is Zan_base on all platforms. I learned to brand myself. But yeah, so if you want, you can go on my YouTube channel. You'll see some videos of me just doing little regular mom stuff. You'll see like exclusive bars that I'm dropping, exclusive announcements, like just my everyday. If you want to get a little bit more comfortable with who I am as a person, just go on my YouTube channel, bro. I literally have a video of me kidnapping a caterpillar and trying to turn it into a butterfly and killing it by accident.
Nigga, what?
I'm saying.
But no, Zan, I really appreciate you coming through. Thank you for like giving me your time today. You are more than welcome to come back anytime you want. If you want
fresh,
anybody, couch. Wait. Max said Peter.
Is this my Mac? Is that my brother Mac?
No. This one of my OGs. But but that
no,
was
don't
fun.
call Peter on me. Don't call Peter. I was transitioning in life, and I wanted it to come forth through way of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, and I killed it. And life has not been good since, bro.
That was poetic. But then you are more than welcome to come back. If you got anything you want to promote, or you just want to come back and kick it and bullshit, you are more than welcome. The rug, the red carpet is rolled out for you. If you got anybody that want to come on,
I was about to say that. It's a couple really, really dope artists.
Yo, send them this way. The Ant Money Experience is the doors are open for you guys.
Got you. But I'm sending y'all gotta look out for Tex, look out for Muwap, look out for Seabree, look out for Lee L&D, look out for OG Capri. Y'all gotta look out for Dre Majesty, Bo the Great, Baby James, bro, Zeta Dropout. Bro, we really got a squad of hitters. Oh, shout out to Taz. Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot. We have a squad of hitters. I'm not going to give y'all too much, but besides me, my squad, I stand on their performances. I stand on the fact that Easy handpicked some of the best motherfucking spitters from the city and beyond. We got people from Memphis. We got people from Detroit. We got people from all over the place, New York, that rap with us, and we travel together. Atlanta. Shout out to Dre Majesty, bro. They Lee, Dre Majesty, WAP, and King, y'all gotta go watch King, bro. His name is King. He's from Detroit. Go watch him, y'all. I'm talking about very good battle experience. They are all battling on Sunday this weekend. If y'all tune in, I'm gonna post it on my page, Zan_base. Get your pay-per-views. It's gonna be such a hell of an event. One thing about Trenches, we're gonna bring the energy back every time. Smack just had an event that didn't do too good, and you know, not to take a stab at them, but our battle rap is waiting for Trenches and Chrome to do our thing, and that's what we do every time. So shout out to my squad, shout out to Easy, shout out to Remy, shout out to everybody involved, shout out to Mac for always doing the commentary. Shout out to Muslim Poppy. That's my folks. Shout out to my good brother. And you know what I'm saying, like, we do our thing, you know what I
mean? Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because from Easy, you don't want no more work. I already got you the fuck out of here. Zan, Got you the fuck out of here too. Muslim
And
Poppy,
shout out to V's. I got V's the fuck out of here too.
V's is light work.
Very much so.
VR2, I gave him 2 Z's.
I'm Zen. I'm the 2G, nigga. Ooh.
But no, Zen, I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you setting time aside. Being a mom, I definitely know that it ain't easy to get free time. As we seen,
Look, my son about to come over here right now.
You were abducted by your son on it. Mom, what's going on? What are you doing?
Look, here you come.
But
right
no,
now.
I appreciate the time.
Here I come. Here I come. Yes, I'm almost done. Dang.
Zen, any last words for the people?
Thank y'all for having me. Thank you. I will be back to the platform. Wait a minute, James. Shh, I'm almost done. Thanks everybody for supporting me and just being there for my comeback and battle rap.
Appreciate it. As y'all know how I like to end my show, live every day like it's your last, but make sure you're ready for tomorrow.